What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is a part of the interview with a life coach podcast series. And today we have a very special guest with us, Lisa. She is a recent graduate of the Jay Shetty Life Coaching Certification Program. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Veronica. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you for coming. We're so glad to have you here with us today.
Thank you.
I did have a couple of things I was thinking about asking you. I was going to ask you about monetizing your craft as a life coach.
Yeah. How I would find my clients, do you mean?
Yes. Like,
Yes. So I am very much on organic interactions. So I just love going out into the world and meeting random strangers and just talking to people on the streets or anywhere in general. So that's where I feel I pull my clients from. I don't put a lot of focus into my social media. I like to throw posts out here and there, but definitely the organic route is my forte.
I like that. That's really unique too, because a lot of people having that kind of a conversation, this is what I'm doing for a living, is this something that would be a good fit for you, isn't something that comes naturally for a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true. But I think also word of mouth is really good. I think it takes one, and if a client is really happy with your services, then they will recommend you. So word of mouth is really important too. Maybe you don't necessarily have to be the person that goes out and talks to everybody, but once you kind of start getting your client base, then word of mouth is good as well.
I like that. Which one do you prefer? Or do you have a preference
Between
between word of mouth or like if you're in the store and someone starts talking to you about, oh, I love your outfit and this is going on with my life. Sometimes those conversations come up that aren't necessarily planned or expected.
Yeah, I enjoy both. I think the word of mouth will come naturally on its own. Yeah, I don't think about it too much. I kind of just be my true authentic self. And I think either someone will gravitate to you or they won't, right? And I think, there is someone out there for everybody, and then there's those that don't align, right? So I think just all I can do as a person is be my true authentic self and bring my own genuine personality and speak with passion and conviction. I think it's important to not try to fake it, right? People do recognize that right away. So I think, if this is definitely something that a person wants to do, or anything really in life that people want to do, if they're truly passionate about it, it will come out naturally. Yeah.
Just that genuine authenticity comes out and then you attract the type of client that's a good fit for you. And do you feel like that's the main purpose of a discovery call too, is to kind of find that whether or not you and the client are a good match?
Yes, for sure. I think the discovery call is the most important call because that will determine whether a client does want to work with you. Sometimes we go in and, I think sometimes we can think too much or we get nervous or we want to try to impress the client or we want the client to have the impression that we can help them with anything. But in reality, I don't feel like we can help everybody with everything.
That makes sense, right? Someone might be better suited to help with one issue while you're better suited to help with another. What's a better way to approach a discovery call then?
I think for me, it is important for my clients to know which areas of focus I do specialize in. I would say, okay, like spirituality and fitness. Those are two areas that I don't specialize in, you know. And so I think that if a client was to come to me and say, "Oh, I'm looking to get in touch more with my spirituality." And if I was to say, "Oh, yeah, I can totally help you with that." I think right away, just by saying that, someone would recognize, I don't really know if this person's right. But on the flip side of it, I think ethically too, you know, morally and, within my own values, I would be doing a huge disservice to my client. And I have a wonderful group of connections that I can definitely refer clients to, and I have no problem doing that.
I love that. So, like using the discovery call to find out if you're a good fit with the client, and then you do that by being true and authentic to yourself and your values and your coaching abilities.
That's right. I think it's super important as a coach to recognize your abilities.
Definitely.
Yeah, sticking true to the ethics, the code of ethics that we take, um, our values, our own values, our morals, right? And one of the things that has stuck in my mind from the beginning of the program until the end was do no harm. And I think it's really, really important to remember this in every single session that you go into.
That's so true. Why is it so important, do you think, to like reiterate that to coaches, the do no harm piece of life coaching?
Yeah, because I think when clients come to us, they're coming to us from a place of vulnerability. It is already nerve-wracking to ask for support as it is. Okay. It's not easy, and it's not easy to be vulnerable. If a client comes to you from a place of vulnerability where they are open or they're hurting or, something is going on in their life where they can't deal with it on their own. An ethical coach will either come from a place of authenticity or, you know, a genuine place of wanting to support that client and not set them up for further pain. Recognizing a person's pain, allowing space for them, allowing them to feel their feelings, cry if they have to, and just giving them a very safe space for them to explore, you know. But I think if it's not a safe space, a person will come in and try to advise and try to direct them in ways that either come from themselves or their own experiences. And I feel like this can definitely do harm to someone who is vulnerable. But that's just my my thinking.
No, I agree with you 100%. It's so important that the client knows that they can trust you as a coach. And
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, and I think like the confidentiality is a huge part too, letting our clients know each time. And, yeah, we may sound like a parrot every single time when we get onto a session with the same person, but just reminding them that it is a safe space and, they're free to explore. There's no bias, there's no judgment, you know, these kinds of things I think is really good for a person to hear because not a lot of people think that they can get that kind of support.
from anyone, it's true.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lisa. I will have Lisa's information linked below so you guys can check her out and all of the amazing things that she's doing and work in the field. Thank you, Lisa, for coming, and thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next video.
Thank you.
Thank you.